All right, y'all, so I wanted to go ahead and dive in and share one of the tools that I'm currently testing and playing with in regards to editing YouTube videos quicker and faster, and obviously more efficiently. So if you're just getting started with your YouTube channel and you're like me, where you absolutely hate the process of video editing, then I'm excited to share this with you. Now, as always, any links that I share are likely going to be affiliate links, so there is a commission as far as you purchasing or using softwares from the links I'm sharing below, but it does help us out as far as continuing to say thank you for the work that we're doing on researching and testing out these platforms. So let's go ahead and dive on in. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about a new platform called Veed.io, or you can call it Video, depending on how you want to look at that. And so I'm going to pull it up here on my screen. I did a ton of research recently around different types of AI-built softwares that do the video editing with you or for you, and it can at least help you out. And the biggest reason behind that is I get really exhausted from having to constantly be going back and forth with team or needing something in a quicker timeline to have it turned around. And sometimes it's just not as time efficient or effective to have the team take it over. So we've recently been exploring different software options, and there's a lot out there, but the thing that made the biggest difference with playing with Veed versus some of the other options that I had found was that Veed was specifically designed to be for long form videos. Now I'll talk a little bit more about some of the other options that I was toying with and why I decided not to go with them. But let's go ahead and check out what Veed looks like here. So on my screen, you can see this is the home section for Veed, and then down below you can see some of the testing that we've been doing. And the irony of this is actually this screen recording is happening inside of Veed, and we will likely be editing this video in Veed as well. So Veed offers a few features that I really like, and I will preface this by saying, obviously, nothing will ever compare to having a real person who has tons of experience with video editing. Nothing will compare to that. No amount of AI can compare to a real human, but it does help to speed up the process. So we'll go ahead and pull some of the previous videos that we were toying with. This is one of the ones that we released in the last few weeks here, and we can go ahead and pull this up. And what Veed does is it allows us to quickly go ahead and cut out any of the blank space, any of the pieces that we might have had like ums and ahs or silence or mess ups. It automatically clips all of those components out. Sometimes it can be a little inaccurate, but I would say it's about 90% perfect in that regard. And it also automatically creates things like the captions. So you can see here, this is the finished product. It's already on our channel, so we don't need to go into that. But what we want to look at is the actual edited video editing component in that interface. So let's go ahead and load that up. Okay. So here we are. This is the actual video editor inside of Veed, and it's something that we've been toying around with. Now, Veed is actually really cool in the way that it lets me edit and add on to videos. And I actually found this to be something that was really lacking in a lot of the other platforms like OBS or like CapCut, Canva, etc. So inside of Veed, you have the option, obviously, to bring in your video, but the part that really makes it stand apart is it has this option here where you can actually record inside of the video editing studio and add that recording directly onto the video here. So I could record my screen when I'm going over something just like in this video, and then if I forgot to add something in here, I can quickly come in, add it in, and that's that. It's pretty darn awesome in that regard, in addition to easy ways to add audio overlays, slides, etc. So that's just one of the things that I found was like, wow, this is pretty great. On top of that, Veed does have the ability to create automatic captions, and you can kind of see that here. So when we go and play this video, you are someone who has been getting started with SEO. It automatically generates these captions based on the language that I put in for it, in addition to whatever the actual content is. Now I can come in and easily edit. We love a good, nice text to edit video. So it lets us do that. We can adjust it accordingly. And of course, the styling on it is also really simple. This is probably one of my biggest quarrels with a lot of the other marketing platforms out there, is that you have to tediously edit every single little snippet of text. And I personally don't have the time and our energy for that. So here we can just quickly come in and choose a style, and it will update it across the board, which is really great. In addition to setting things like the brand and fonts that we want to have inside of here. So for me, I might change this to an Open Sans and then of course edit how I want that to be displayed. Now, if I want it to go back, I simply can click on it and it will automatically change it back to whatever the preferred style is. Veed does have options too, as far as overlays with text on the actual page, which is again, a pretty darn easy builder, especially for someone like myself who just really doesn't love video editing. And so here you can see this is where we actually took a screenshot that we recorded and then overlaid it on top of the video, which is again, pretty darn easy. In addition to adding fun little things like elements here, we can put text that appears on the page and edit it directly on the page. Now, I tried using platforms like the iMovie editor, and I personally found it to be very clunky and not very easy or intuitive. This platform, I would say so far, has been pretty seamless in the way that it lets me edit the video. One thing that I think that they can definitely improve on is this transitions piece. So we'll go over here and I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. They do have built-in transitions that you can add into your scenes and are how you're going from piece to piece. So we'll go ahead and link that. And this video is for you. So that little sliding effect, it's one of these over here. And I think it's just a little bit of a glitch that they have in their system that doesn't work as perfectly as I would personally love, but it does give you the option for you to, again, go ahead and create custom transitions. You just have to do a little bit more work in regards to snipping and editing and plugging those transitions in. They do have automatic filters that you can plug in. I don't personally use these, don't really care for them. So that's, you know, up to your personal preference. Similar to something like Canva, they have elements here. Now, these are definitely not as comprehensive as what you would get on a platform like Canva. So if you're somebody who uses a lot of graphics on your videos, then you might want to use something different, but you can come in here and you can search for anything that you want, and then you can find whatever those GIFs, graphics, emojis are to go ahead and easily drag and drop them onto your screen. Finally, the last piece on here is going to be the brand kits and the ability for you to go ahead and import your own brand kits to make your editing process obviously a lot easier, which is great if you're somebody who is doing a lot of video editing for multiple clients, or if you just want to make it super simple for you moving forward. Down here on the right-hand side, this is where you can upload things like your intros and outros. So again, similar to something like Canva, but this is nice because it's built into the actual interface. And then we can see over here at the end of this video in particular, we actually have our outro in. So it's easy to plug it in once you've created your template and just have it at the end of every video. Once it's done, you can go ahead and hit done. You can save that video. And the cool part that I actually really love about this and was surprised by is Veed includes the ability for you to, in one click, take your long form video and turn it into repurposed shorts or short form videos that you can use on Instagram or on YouTube Shorts. And surprisingly, the AI on that part works really well. Now, obviously, there's a ton of different options on the market for that. So you can definitely look at all of the other competition as far as video, long form to short form video editing tools. But I prefer to just kind of simplify the process and have everything in one place. And then just give you an example here. We took that same video, we turned it into clips here, and it automatically takes it, finds the best pieces. It takes a few minutes, maybe a couple, 3 to 5 minutes to do this whole process. And then it turns them into all of these nice little clips, in addition to giving you a little bit more control over how you want to edit that clip, if you want to download it, if you want to edit what's going in there, so that you don't just get stuck with a random piece of content that you don't like. Because I think that's also been one of my biggest complaints with some of the other AI tools that take your long form videos and turn it into short form, is they sometimes just pick really random things that don't make any sense. So those are gonna be the biggest parts about Veed so far that I'm really loving and enjoying. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you want to check out Veed, they do, I believe, have a free version that you can test and try. If again, you're using the link down below, it is an affiliate link. So if you do end up using the platform, I do get a small commission, so thank you. And if there's other platforms or softwares that you want us to test out and check out, please feel free to comment below. I'm happy to explore them, as I'll continue doing more reviews of other softwares that we've been exploring and testing throughout our experience. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you inside of the next video.